There was a time when many people believed that large-scale government projects in southeast Nigeria were destined to become abandoned monuments. Decades of unfinished development had created widespread skepticism whenever a governor announced a new airport, conference center, or tourism destination. Critics were quick to predict another white elephant project. Yet, history has shown that not every ambition ends in failure. Across the region, a new generation of infrastructure projects is beginning to challenge those assumptions. Rather than existing as symbols of political ambition, some are evolving into assets that generate income, create jobs, stimulate investment, and expand economic opportunities far beyond their construction costs. In Enugu State, the launch of Enugu Air has introduced a state-backed airline that is already contributing significantly to internally generated revenue while strengthening regional connectivity. The newly rebuilt Enugu International Conference Centre is attracting conferences, exhibitions, business meetings, and entertainment events that support hotels, restaurants, transport operators, and other local businesses. In neighboring Anambra State, Solution Fund City has rapidly become one of the state's most recognizable tourism destinations, drawing thousands of visitors and encouraging private investment in the hospitality sector. This documentary examines three projects that were once doubted but are increasingly demonstrating measurable economic value using official government reports, publicly available financial data, and independent reporting. We explore what these projects have achieved, the challenges they still face, and what they may reveal about the future of economic development in Southeast Nigeria.
A new dawn is here for the aviation sector in Enugu State. It's the official launch of the state-owned Enugu Air. The host governor, Peter Amba, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, stakeholders in the aviation and banking industry, political leaders, and other guests are here to witness the event. The government is launching its Air with 3 Embraer aircrafts, E170 and E190 series, to cover Enugu, Lagos, Abuja, with plans to stretch out to Port Harcourt, Owerri, Benin, Kano, and across various other cities. While the guests are seated, the inaugural flight from Lagos is sighted in the air. When it lands, it's welcomed with a water cannon.
Beautiful picture. Come on. The joy is uncontrollable.
The managing director, Zejet Emmanuel Ayuba, talks about the expertise they will be bringing to bear as official operating partners of Enugu Air.
When the Enugu State government announced plans to establish Enugu Air, reactions were mixed. Critics questioned whether a state-owned airline could survive in Nigeria's highly competitive aviation industry, where several airlines have struggled with rising fuel costs, foreign exchange pressures, and maintenance expenses. To many observers, the project appeared overly ambitious. However, the airline's early performance has challenged much of that skepticism. Operating from the Akanu Ibiam International Airport in Enugu State, Enugu Air was launched to improve connectivity between the southeast and major commercial centers across Nigeria while supporting trade, tourism, and investment. By linking Enugu more efficiently with cities such as Abuja and Lagos, the airline has reduced travel barriers for business executives, investors, professionals, and tourists. Perhaps the strongest evidence of its economic impact came in 2026. According to the Enugu State's first quarter budget performance report, Enugu Air generated 11.59 billion naira in revenue during the first quarter of the year alone, making it the single highest revenue-generating government asset in the state's internally generated revenue portfolio for that period. The figures also contributed to Enugu State, recording more than 130 billion naira in total revenue during the quarter. Beyond direct revenue, the airline supports employment for aviation professionals, creates demand for airport services, boosts hospitality businesses, and strengthens Enugu's position as one of the Southeast major commercial and transportation hubs. While every airline faces operational and financial risk, Enugu Air has already demonstrated that with effective management and sustained passenger demand, a state-backed aviation project can become more than a symbol of aviation. It can become a measurable contributor to economic growth. For decades, Enugu was widely regarded as one of Nigeria's most peaceful and strategically located cities. Yet, despite its rich history and accessibility, the state lacked modern convention facilities capable of attracting major national and international events. Conferences that could have generated millions of naira in economic activity often went to Lagos, Abuja, or Port Harcourt. That began to change with the completion and reopening of the newly reconstructed Enugu International Conference Centre. Far more than just an event venue, the facility was designed to serve as a catalyst for business tourism. Every conference, trade exhibition, investment summit, corporate meeting, weddings, concert, or cultural festivals hosted at the center creates a chain of economic activities. Hotels recorded higher occupancy, restaurants welcome more customers, transport operators carry more passengers, event planners secure contracts, while local vendors and artisans benefit from increased patronage. Recognizing this potential, the Enugu State government has identified the International Conference Centre as one of the strategic public assets expected to strengthen internally generated revenue through value rentals, exhibitions, conventions, and related commercial activities. Although the government has not yet published audited standalone revenue figures for the center, officials have consistently described it as a key component of the state's broader strategy to expand non-oil revenue and position Enugu as Nigeria's leading destination for conferences and business events. The center's economic significance extends beyond direct earnings. Business tourism is widely recognized as a high-value sector because conference visitors typically spend on accommodation, food, transportation, entertainment, and shopping, allowing the benefit of each event to spread across multiple sectors of the local economy. What many once dismissed as an expensive government project is gradually becoming an important piece of Enugu's long-term economic transformation, one designed not only to host events, but to attract investment, create jobs, and stimulate sustainable growth.
I'm sure you've been having a great time.
It's the 2025 Annual General Conference of the Nigerian Bar Association, and Enugu State is playing host to over 20,000 legal practitioners and distinguished guests from Nigeria and beyond who've converged here on the International Conference Centre, Enugu, for the event. The chairman of the conference, and Sultan of Sokoto, delivers his remarks, charging the lawyers to uphold the sanctity of law and implement the outcome of the conference. The NBA president harps on the theme of the conference, Stand Out and Stand Tall, encouraging delegates to imbibe the theme despite what might be standing against the rule of law, the economy, and national development.
Let the conference inspire a fresh resolve that in every courtroom, boardroom, chamber, and community we touch, we will lead with excellence, with courage, and with vision. At this defining moment in our nation's history, where our democracy continues to evolve and our economic realities.
When Governor Chukwumachao Soludo unveiled the vision for Solution Fund City in Awka, many questioned whether such a large-scale leisure and entertainment project was a priority. Some doubted that a world-class recreation destination could attract enough visitors to justify the investment. Others argued that similar projects in Nigeria had struggled to remain viable. But as construction progressed and the facility opened its doors, public perception gradually began to change. Today, Solution Fund City is emerging as one of Anambra State's flagship tourism assets. Designed as a modern family entertainment and leisure destination, the complex features attractions such as water parks, amusement rides, event spaces, restaurants, children's recreational facilities, and landscaped environments that appeal to family, schools, tourists, and corporate organizations. Every visitor who purchases a ticket contributes directly to the facility's revenue. Beyond ticket sales, the project generates income through event bookings, food and beverage services, commercial leases, parking, advertising, and recreational activities. More importantly, the influx of visitors support hotels, transport operators, local traders, photographers, artisans, and other small businesses across Awka and surrounding communities. While the Anambra State government has not yet released audited public figures detailing the annual revenue generated by Solution Fund City, officials have repeatedly described the project as a strategic investment aimed at diversifying the state's economy through tourism, entertainment, and hospitality. The project also aligns with Anambra's broader vision of creating a vibrant leisure economy capable of attracting visitors from across Nigeria and the West African region. Perhaps the greatest achievement of Solution Fund City is that it has helped redefine how many people view public investment in tourism. Rather than being seen as luxury, the project demonstrates how recreational infrastructure can stimulate private investment, create employment opportunities, and enhance a state's attractiveness as a destination for business and leisure. For a project once dismissed by skeptics, Solution Fund City is steadily establishing itself as one of the most recognizable symbols of Africa's growing tourism economy.
Welcome to Insider News Proper. Oka, the Anambra State capital, yesterday stood still during the grand opening of Solution Fund City, tagged Anambra Mega Fest. The event, which attracted people from all walks of life, featured talent exhibition by various artists of Anambra extraction, including Flavor Nabania, Umobilibu, and many more. Ngozi Bilari of Insider News is standing by for the reports.
What has never been witnessed before in any part of Nigeria played out yesterday during the grand opening of Solution Fund City, Oka, tagged Anambra Mega Fest. Over 15,000 people from all walks of life converged on the venue, not because they are in doubt that all the promises about Solution Fund City are not true, but because they want to experience firsthand the joy they can only feel in this type of facility. In other words, one can boldly say that Ndi Anambra have made their choice by joining the solution movement. At the Fund City, both male and female, adults and children, especially the youth, had fun to the fullest. They took turns to enjoy all the facilities in the Fund City, the amusement and leisure park, the water park, the family fun center, and many more. Insider News also found out that there is also a beach in Anambra inside Fund City. To some individuals, Solution Fund City is purely American wonder.
The American wonders I've seen in Oka, capital of Anambra State, it's never seen before in this side of the country. There's no place like this.
Professor Chukuma, salute the CFR. Budatala in Anambra Oka, where's I went on Disneyland in America. Yabe Palomu, and I got 2 days. I got self. And what would they feel now? Oh, Disneyland in Kaya with Anambra.
For giving us somebody like Professor Chukuma, Charles Soludo, to be the governor of Anambra State. God brought him for a purpose, and that purpose, he's working on it.
Then to the opening ceremony proper. If one described it as a music fiesta, such a person is not wrong. Judging by the quality of artists who held the spectators spellbound for hours without any sign of tiredness, simply put, the event was captivating. Is it like performance by Ijele Africa, Flavor Nabania, or Umobilibu, comedians, all of Anambra extraction?
The true value of major public infrastructure is not measured only by the revenue it earns directly. Around the world, successful government projects create ripple effects that stimulate wider economic activity, attracts private investment, and improve the quality of life for residents. The same pattern is beginning to emerge in part of Southeast Nigeria. Although Enugu Air, Enugu International Conference Centre, and the Solution Fund City serve different purposes, they all contribute to a common objective: expanding economic opportunities beyond traditional sources of government income. Enugu Air has demonstrated the most visible direct financial impact. According to the Enugu State Government First Quarter 2026 Budget Performance Report, the airline generated 11.59 billion naira in revenue, making it the state's highest individual revenue generating government asset during the period. Beyond these earnings, the airline supports aviation services, tourism, logistics, airport operations, and business travels, creating opportunities for both public and private sector growth. The Enugu International Conference Centre contributes differently. Every conference, exhibition, investment summit, concert, or trade fair held at the facility increases demand for hotels, restaurants, transport services, event management companies, security providers, and local vendors. Economists refer to this as multiplier effect, where spending in one sector generates additional income and employment across many others. This is why convention centers are widely regarded as catalysts for urban economic development rather than simply event venues. Solution Fund City is creating a similar multiplier effect in Anambra State as visitors continue to grow during the weekend, holiday and festive seasons. Nearby businesses from hotels and eateries to transport operators and retailers benefit from increased customer traffic. The project is also helping position Oka as an emerging destination for family tourism, school excursions, corporate retreats, and entertainment events, encouraging further private investment in hospitality and recreation. Together, these three projects illustrate an important shift in development strategy across the Southeast. Rather than relying solely on federal allocation, state governments are increasingly investing in sectors such as aviation, tourism, business events, and leisure infrastructure to diversify their economies and strengthen internally generated revenue. While each project still faces operational and financial challenges, their early outcomes suggest that carefully planned public investments can become long-term economic assets when supported by effective management and sustained public patronage. Every transformative project begins with uncertainty. Before the first aircraft took off under the Enugu Air brand, before delegates gathered inside the new Enugu International Conference Centre, and before families filed in to walkways of the Solution Fund City, these developments were often dismissed as unrealistic ambitions. Today, the conversation is changing. Enugu Air has already demonstrated that a carefully managed state-backed enterprise can generate substantial revenue. According to the Enugu State Government First Quarter 2026 Budget Performance Report, the airline contributed 11.59 billion in revenue within just 3 months, becoming the state's largest single internally generated revenue source during the period. That achievement alone has challenged long-held assumptions about the viability of strategic public investment. The Enugu International Conference Centre and the Solution Fund City tell a different but equally important story. Their greatest value lies not in the income they generate directly, but also in the economic activity they stimulate. Every conference hosted, every tourist welcome, every hotel room booked, every taxi ride taken, every meal purchased, and every local business supported contributes to a wider circle of economic growth. These are the multiplier effects that economists often identify as the lasting benefits of infrastructure investment. Of course, success is never guaranteed. These projects will require continuous maintenance, professional management, transparent governance, effective marketing, and regular investment to remain competitive. Without this, even the most ambitious development can lose momentum. Yet, the broader lesson is clear. Strategic investment in aviation, tourism, entertainment, and business infrastructure can diversify state economies, reduce dependence on federal allocation, attract private capital, create employment, and improve investor confidence. For decades, many believed that the Southeast's greatest strength was its entrepreneurial people. This project suggests that when entrepreneurship is supported by modern public infrastructure, the region's economic potential can expand even further. The story of Enugu Air, the Enugu International Conference Centre, and Solution Fund City is therefore not simply about 3 successful projects. It is about a region exploring new pathways to growth, testing bold ideas and demonstrating that with sound planning, effective execution, public investment can become lasting economic assets. The future will ultimately judge the long-term success of this development, but one thing is already evident. Projects that were once widely doubted are now helping reshape conversations about development, investment, and economic transformation in the Southeast Nigeria. If you enjoyed this documentary and want more fact-based stories about the rise of Southeast Nigeria and Africa's hidden economic success stories, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to 1010 Media, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next documentary. Share this video with someone who believes in the future of the Southeast and join the conversation in the comments below.